Hey folks, it's Jang here from jangbricks.com with a Bloks collector series Call of Duty set. This is Alpine Rangers set number 06823 with 138 pieces. As you can see, this is basically a troop building pack, a minifigure pack with some extra accessories included and a little bit of terrain. And what you see is what you get. So there's not a whole lot to critique here. So let me just show you what you get. The terrain piece here has a small number of parts, but it's a good looking thing. Looks like it's just a piece of a structure out in a winter time scenario or a place that's perhaps always subject to permafrost, and it's just something that has been partially destroyed or left behind and it's kind of fallen apart. It makes for a good spot to collect together, to get folks together in one spot, and it's just a little bit of texture is really all it is, just to put behind your figures. You can put a handful of figures on here. I wouldn't recommend putting more than 3 figures on here at once. They start to get crowded unless you want one to climb up here on top. Maybe you can put 2 of them side by side, kind of sitting up there, just kind of showing off their skills of climbing. But it's a basic thing, and yeah, what you see, like again, what you see is what you get. The figures are pretty well randomized, just giving you different looks between the different ones. Some of the parts are actually shared between them with the colors used for different body parts, but the accessories are pretty much randomized just to make them look different. But overall, you end up getting 5 different figures that look distinct, but you're highly encouraged to pop and swap. Take things from one figure and put them on another. Take all of your figures apart and put them back together in different ways. It's actually interesting that the weapons in this set came fully assembled. Nothing else did. Well, one figure came assembled just for display. There's a little clear window on the box to show you the exact scale of the figures. But the weapons are all assembled, but all but one of them assembled the wrong way, quote unquote wrong. I say that because again, you're encouraged to do them however you want, but that was just a little bit of a surprise. Other than the one figure, everything else needs to be put together. You actually put the lower arms into the upper arms, you put the upper arms into the shoulder sockets. Same thing goes on with the legs. Some of the legs are actually attached to kind of an intermediary hip joint piece, but then those had to be taken off their hip joints in order to fit some of the straps on. For instance, on this one, on the right leg, oops, he's leaning forward a little bit, that's a little bit awkward, but on the right leg you can see there's a strap going around the thigh to hold on to the knife there. You have to remove the leg from the joint. It just pops right off. It's just a ball joint. In order to slip that on, you have to slide it on from the top, but that's really no big deal. Here's your last figure in the set. You'll see that some of the parts are actually shared with figures from other sets. So sometimes they will actually create new figures by mixing together parts that have already been released or have been simultaneously released in other sets. So that again encourages you even more to pop and swap. You can pop and swap not just between these 5 figures, but between other figures you get as well. In addition to the accessories you saw on those 5 figures in their kind of default configurations, they also give you this assortment of additional accessories, including a health kit or a first aid kit, a couple of extra magazines in different colors. This is actually a suppressor right here, binoculars, a pack, kind of a side pouch pack, a couple of flashlights, got a walkie-talkie here, that's a claymore. This is a canteen. Yep, here's another slightly shorter magazine, a different stock for your weapons, and an e-tool. And for storing all of these accessories, they do give you a crate, an empty care package crate, which you can just put all that stuff into. And though it does have little slots on it, as I've mentioned before, if you've seen other videos on this series, they don't fall out. Everything stays in there very securely, and I'm especially happy that this closes down tightly so it's not going to fall apart on its own. And it's a secure way to store all of your extra accessories, including there's plenty of room for accessories if you take them off your figures that you already have to kind of strip them down to lighter forms. The best thing about these Call of Duty figures remains their posability. They have so many joints that are just well designed. You can really get a lot of distinctly different poses with them, and you can interact with the accessories effectively. That's a really nice thing, that you can actually use the stuff, all the different stuff that you're given in the set, plus more, without just having them kind of being in their hands and having to pretend they're doing something in particular with them. If you've seen my reviews of other Mega Bloks Call of Duty figures, you can understand why I feel like a broken record when I say that these are great figures. Very, 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 very well done, with amazing customizability and great value at $3 per figure, not including the value of the terrain pieces and all the extra accessories that are included. It's all good, and another win for Mega Bloks, and another win for fans of Call of Duty and military styled small figures in general. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned for more. I'm doing new videos on a very, very regular basis. Rarely go 2 days without doing another video. Sometimes I'll put up multiple videos in a single day, so stay tuned. Make sure that you're subscribed if you want to see new stuff, and you can see all the latest updates and also browse through them if you missed anything at jangbricks.com. See you there.